Hello everyone and welcome on to today's video, and today we're going to be reviewing the Fantastic Four First Steps movie. This movie. This movie, man, was so good. It was so good. I enjoyed everything about it. The chemistry of the cast, the cinematography, the action, the storytelling, everything, the plot of it. This movie, so good. We'll start with the negatives first. Not that there is many. There's only probably 3 negatives, I'd say. There's a lot of positives, not that many negatives. So I'd say a couple moments, just a couple moments, not many. The CGI was a bit but there was way more scenes that the CGI was way up here. But the couple moments was in the opening act, the Thing is doing a cannonball into the ocean or the river or wherever it was, and it's the CGI it don't look right. I mean, that's just an eighth of a second now. Like, I didn't like that eighth of a second. It's getting nitpicky with that. The CGI with Galactus was very good. But you can't really do Galactus right, really, with CGI. Most of it was practical, though. But the scenes that were CGI was in the daylight. Obviously, the Galactus I know and the one that I wish we had was the World Eater. Like, didn't have a ship, was bigger than a planet. The planet was an apple to him, a grape to him, not he's the size of a skyscraper, and the ship devours it for him, and that's how he eats it or devours it. He didn't look the best in daylight, like I said. In the dark, the space sequence, oh my god, we'll get onto that later, but when they're in the space sequence, Galactus looks amazing. He looks so good. He looks so, he's just very good. But in the daylight, there was just a couple scenes when he has Franklin Richards. He's holding the baby, and then the baby's just crawling, and just as Reed's about to save him, you can tell that was very, very green screen, very CGI. I could tell that. I was like, looks off, and there's that. And the one other moment, I'd say, although I really liked it, there was just 1 or 2 scenes, was Reed's stretchy powers, when he was just writing on the chalkboard. I was just like, I don't like that. But other than that, Reed's powers was great. I like the stretchy powers. Not many do it, because you can't really do stretchy powers right. I enjoyed it, though. I do wish he did a bit more with his powers. Yeah, I wish he did more with his powers. He just, obviously, stretches, but he can do a lot more. He can turn himself into different objects. He can create his fist bigger. He can create it as a hammer. There was a couple of things that I wish he could have done more. That Owen Gruffus, was that the previous? Not Miles Teller, the one before him, Ian Grufford, I think his name is, 2005's Mr. Fantastic. He obviously did a lot with his powers. But yeah, Pedro Pascal's, I wish we got more screen time with him. Because I don't think there was a bad actor in this movie, really. I don't think that was bad casting. I was a little bit on Joseph Quinn when he got announced. I was a little bit like with a lot of people. I was like, really, Joseph Quinn? Because for me, I grew up on Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. He's like, this idiot that doesn't really think with his head. That he don't really care. He's just playboy, does what he wants, doesn't really care for the rules. But this performance from Joseph Quinn was wow. But I'm gonna save that for the goods. And my other negative, I'd say, is I've seen this movie twice now. The first time I saw it, it took me 20 minutes. I'd say it took me 20 minutes to actually get into the movie. I can't think. It was 15 to 20 minutes that I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm getting into it. I'll get into it eventually. And I did. But those first 20 minutes, I was like, I'm going to enjoy this movie. I know it's one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And then I was watching, I was like, okay, it's been 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. 15, I'm like, Oh no. And then it got to the 20 minutes. I was like, oh, this is gonna let me down. I just know I was so excited for this movie, and I was like, it's gonna let me down. It's gonna let me down. Got to the space sequence. This is where we're getting onto the goods. We got into the space sequence. I was like, okay, we're good. Silver Surfer came in, and we got our antagonist to the film. Oh my God, Silver Surfer. We'll get into her in a minute. Just wow. When we got into the space sequence, I was like, okay, you've won me over now. You've won me over. I like this movie. I enjoy it. We got to Galactus. I was like, yeah, you won me. And then we get to the third act. We'll continue on. But we got to the third act, and I was like, okay, how are they going to do this fight? Because Galactus, I don't know, can he grow? Can he get bigger? Is it just smaller to bigger? But no, he stayed small. He stayed small from what Galactus usually is. And yeah, it worked for what it is. I hope we get a bigger Galactus. Obviously, him and the Silver Surfer get sent to the other end of the world. As I was watching the movie, I was like, okay, this portal is going to send them to another world, not another end to the universe. Like, I thought they would send them to another universe, like a multiverse, like R616 universe. I thought he got sent to, but no, he got sent to the edge of that world. And yeah, it worked. I didn't mind it. I would have preferred the Fantastic Four chooses Franklin over their world. Like, their world will get destroyed by Galactus. They didn't in the end, and that's fine. It's how their director Matt Shackman wanted it to go, and that's fine. I still enjoyed the end. I didn't have my expectation. I didn't expect it. I was like, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, fine. I'm not expecting that to happen. I hope it happens, but I'm not expecting it to happen. And so I was just going with it. I was like, okay, it ended. Got to the post-credit scene. We'll leave the post-credit scene to the end. One of the moments really got me, and I was like, okay, this is where you've won me over entirely. And that was when Shia LaBeouf, the Silver Surfer, came in and was destroying all the teleportation thingies. She was destroying all of them, and then Johnny comes in. Where's Johnny? He's not here. And then he's just gone to try and convince Shia LaBeouf to turn good and be on their side. And then he's just playing. Johnny in this movie, Joseph Quinn, I applaud you. Hands down, what a performance. Probably my favourite performance out of this whole movie. Wow. Just amazing. It's a whole other side of Johnny. Very completely different to Chris Evans' Johnny Storm. And I prefer this. I prefer Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm. Just great performance. He's actually useful in this movie. He's not irrelevant like the other ones. I enjoy those movies. They were my childhood, but God, this is a step up. Like, Chris Evans is a great actor. Captain America, amazing. But Joseph Quinn is up there for Johnny Storm. Yeah, and then he's playing all the recordings of all the world Shia LaBeouf and Galactus have destroyed, and it's just, you can see all the regret, and then we get the backstory. That won me over with how you have come to my world for my family. Oh, I was just like, Joseph Quinn, I did not know you could have this. Obviously, I know him from Gladiator and Stranger Things and a couple other projects I can't think of off the top of my head. I was like, fair enough. And then I was like, okay, yeah, you're a great actor now. You've won me over. I was like, you came to my world for my family. I was just like, yeah, you've won me over with this movie. And then we get to that amazing shot of the Silver Surfer up in the air, just like, no, she goes fly away. And then Johnny's up there, and you get that amazing shot of him just flamed on. And then Silver Surfer there with the sun behind him. I was like, that was just an amazing shot. There was a lot of good shots, mainly to do with Silver Surfer and the Human Torch. Wow, with them. I was wondering, like, where did Silver Surfer go? Did she just go away? Because I know Galactus, she's his herald, so obviously he can control her, right? So obviously when she went away, did she go back to the ship? Because she didn't get Franklin, so she obviously would have got a bit of pain from Galactus. Because because we saw when she failed or when she didn't want to go after the babies. He's like, he's just a baby. Obviously, Galactus was like, he don't care. He was like, I'll just you. So there was that. Another one of the negatives, just a quick one, too. I just remembered them. Obviously, we get the scene with Ben. He's looking at the TV, and obviously we see he has a bit of regret or a bit of sadness. Not regret, he's just remembering how he looked when he was 4 years ago, because it took 4 years later. Just how he looked pre-rock form, and you could just see like, oh, I wish I could be human again. And I just wish we got a scene of him telling Reed, or him and Reed being like, oh, I wish I wasn't this rock anymore. I understand. Because it didn't really add on it. We just got that one scene, and it was just like, oh, unless the director was really going for, oh, we're going back in space, so we're going to stick to that space element of, okay, this was when you were really back in space, really last time, because they've obviously been in space before, but yeah, we obviously could see, oh, he regrets where he is right now. Well, not regrets, but he feels sorry for himself, which is understandable. I don't want to be a rock either. And then my one negative and final negative that I can think of right now is the elements of time. I don't know where we are. I know the movie takes in the 60s. I know it's been 4 years since they've got their powers, and I know they've been in space for a month. But it just feels like I was a little bit. I wish they could have just put 1 month later, 1 week later, this so many years later, and it was just a bit confusing. Like, I know they didn't, but when they were in the black hole, did that take a month? I know the Silver Surfer was stuck there for a month. I was just confused. So the Silver Surfer came in October, and then they went up to space for a month, so it would be November, right? And then they come back down. Is the Silver Surfer still stuck in there? So is it December? I was just... Obviously, it was definitely November or above, but I would have just liked to know, like, a month later, I don't know, how long did it take for the teleportation thingies to be built? I was just like, I would have liked a bit more. How long's it been? But that's only my negatives, and those are only a couple negatives. I haven't got many. Just this movie, amazing. I hope we see Galactus and Shia LaBeouf again. Going into the movie, I didn't really care. Many people were being a bit like, oh, I don't want this Silver Surfer, I want Shia LaBeouf, I want Norrin Rad. I was just like, she gives me a good performance, I don't care. And she gave me a good performance, and I was just like, okay, you've won me over. As long as you give me a good performance, I don't care. Some things I'm like, oh, I don't want that. Like Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, I was like, really? I was fine with Vanessa Kirby. Is it John Brock? I can never think of Ben's character, the Thing's character. I know he's in that cooking show. Bear. Oh my god. Why am I blanking? I can't think, I'm not sick on it. And then Joe... Why am I saying Joe? Pedro Pascal. There we go. That's really going to annoy me not knowing Ben. I know it's Summit Backrock. I can't think of his first. Anyway, his surname, first name, one or the other. But yeah, won me over. I do still hope we will get Norrin Rad Silver Surfer. I still hope we do. If we keep Shia LaBeouf, cool, I'm good with that. But Norrin Rad's still my Silver Surfer. Either way, though, I'm happy. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. Like I said, the first time I saw it, the first 20 minutes were like, got Silver Surfer and the space sequence. I was like, you've won me over. And then we got Johnny and Shia LaBeouf's sequence of, oh, you're coming to my world, to my family. That just, yeah, you got me there. And then the final fight, the second act of the third act was smooth. A lot. It's funny, when I watched Superman, I was like, the first act to the second act was my favourite. But the second to third, I was just... It was still my favourite, but I was just a bit more like, okay, I don't understand the time. Fantastic Four, I was like, first act to second act, I was like... Watching it the second time, I was like, okay, I really like it now. I can understand it. And watching the full movie, getting to the end of that film, I was like, okay, I understand it, and I like the first act more now. Now that I've watched the full movie, I was like, okay, I enjoy it more. And then, yeah, we got to the second, third act. The second act, by far, my favourite for the movie. But the third act is very good. it's hard to do an action scene with Galactus, really. Obviously, personally, I mean, yes, Doctor Doom and Galactus are, by origin, Fantastic Four villains. That's what they appeared in. I think they appeared first in Fantastic Four. I can't think of any other comics they appeared in first. But they are originally Fantastic Four villains. Obviously, Doom has elevated up there and became more of an Avengers villain. But for me, whether it's the Lego game speaking, because I spoke about this in previous reviews, that the Lego games had a big hold on my childhood, and that's how I see a lot of things and movies. And that goes the same for Fantastic Four and Galactus. I see Galactus as a Avengers villain. Obviously, how they did him in this film and how they portrayed him, yes, he works as a Fantastic Four villain. But from his origin and how you actually defeat him, the way they defeat him isn't how they should have done in the comics. But it's not the comics, it's a film. He has this whole ray that goes back to his backstory and how he was, once he was a human before, which was good. It kind of humanised him. I wish we got more Galactus scenes, though, personally, but we got good enough. But yeah, I see him more as an Avengers villain, and hopefully, I'm so glad they didn't kill him off, but hopefully we see him again, and without his ship, he has to find a new way. And he has power cosmic, so maybe he's going to have to change things up and get to a world eater and get 360 times bigger than what he is now. So they haven't killed him. What is he going to do to Silver Surfer? Because they're trapped together now. She didn't kill herself, she sacrificed herself, but not to death. To an eternal pain with Galactus, yes, but not to death. So whether we need to see him again. So yeah, that's gonna do that. Just what a film! What a film! We've still got two more things I want to go over, and this is going back to Thunderbolts. So, spoiler for Thunderbolts if you haven't seen it, but by now I'd hope you would. I'll just fix my hair. By now I hope you would. The post-credit scene of Thunderbolts. Or New Avengers, whatever you're going to call it. I'm going to call Thunderbolts because that is what the title is. Thunderbolts, it ends with the post-credit scene. There's a space war going out and whatnot. Obviously, this post-credit scene and the Fantastic Four post-credit scene is directed by the Russo brothers. So these post-credit scenes are going to be in Avengers Doomsday. Whether they'll refilm it, I'm not sure, or whether they will keep these specific scenes in there. I don't know. They're filming. Actually, no, it will be. Sorry, I'm wrong. They're filming Avengers Doomsday right now, so they would have filmed them scenes, and they were just like, "Oh, you want these in your post-credit scenes? Pluck, and we'll get a duplicate and put those in our movies." So yes, that is. Sorry, they didn't refilm them. They're from Avengers Doomsday. They just took those little clips out. It's like for what is it? Not Ant-Man. One of the post-credit scenes for Civil War. It's one of the post-credit scenes for Civil War. Not for Civil... Yeah, it had a clip from Civil War. It had the Winter Soldier, Bucky, with Sam and Steve, and it had Bucky's arm stuck there. That was a post-credit scene. It was taken from that. So they have done it before. It will be in this. Back to it. Thunderbolts. So the post-credit scene, we obviously get the Fantastic Four ship going in. I can't remember. Was it the same theme tune? Was it the dun 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 dun? I can't think. I don't think it was. And if you notice, the Fantastic Four's ship in the Thunderbolts one has 4 wings on it. 4 wings. And the Excelsior in Fantastic Four First Step, our 828 world, has 3 wings. So they're different ships. And what a lot of people think, and I think, it's got to be the 2005 Fantastic Four. I lost my word in then. It has to be the 2005 Fantastic Four. I can't think. God forbid, it's Fantastic. I'm going to be ranking the Fantastic Four movies. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, God forbid it's that. And no offense to the 19 Summit, maybe. The one before it that didn't actually get released. God forbid it's them. God forbid. I think the actors for that Fantastic Four movie aren't with us anymore. Rest in peace, I don't think. But God forbid it's Fantastic. It has to be the 2005. I don't believe I just can't think it's going to be R828 Fantastic Four. I just can't see it. I, I just don't. And with how Secret Wars and Avengers Doomsday is, I know I got it in the wrong order, but how the movies are, I can see it being them actors. I can see it being the 2005 actors. Like, you're bringing in the X-Men people, and you're bringing in a lot of nostalgic actors, and you're going to bring in more, obviously. You're going to bring Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. You're obviously going to bring them in. You got Channing Tatum. You're obviously going to bring them in as well. You're just going to bring them all. Just bring them all. Bring Blade back. Bring them all back. So, yes, it's very possible they bring back the 2005 actors. Like, why not? Just do it. Just bring it back. Finish off. Don't bring them back anymore. Finish this multiverse. Obviously, they're just getting a hang of Elseworlds projects just as they're about to finish it. But it is what it is. I personally think the Shipping Thunderbolts, now that we've seen Fantastic Four, is the 2005 Fantastic Four and not our 8 to 8 First Steps Fantastic Four. I believe there's going to be 2 sets of Fantastic Four in this. And we do get a fight of Pedro Pascal and Nightcrawler. Just a little bit of facts for you right now of Nightcrawler from X-Men 2 and Fantastic Four. We do get that fight. Pedro Pascal's Mr. Fantastic and Nightcrawler. We do get a fight with them in Doomsday because the actor who played Nightcrawler, I can't think of his name. He's a great actor though, but I can't think of his name. He was telling this, how me and Pedro have a fight, and he kicked me in the face. I was just like, oh, cool. So we're gonna get a fight scene, and we do know. I'm pretty sure Pedro is going to be the lead or one of the leads in Doomsday because he was a second chair to Robert Downey Jr. So that's pretty good. More Joseph Quinn as well. This guy, ever since Stranger Things, he's just blown up. Right, the most important thing and the biggest thing, the post-credit scene. There is 2. Don't stick around for the second. It's not important. You can. It is directed by the Russo brothers, but it's just a cartoon. It's nothing special. They could at least quick rant. At least if you're gonna make the post-credit scene good, make it funny. Save the first post-credit scenes, put that last, and then make it something funny. Change it, make it Ben getting rid of his beard, or he's growing his beard out longer. Make it something funny, make it something good. Johnny and Ben doing something. Just make it good. I like the ending as well when Vanessa Kirby's character Sue Storm is just looking at the guys and looking at the baby and just like, what the hell? What are you guys doing? The chemistry. Just before we do the post-credit scene, the chemistry of this cast was amazing. Just, they felt like a family. And if the best thing about this is you take everything away from this, the action, well, it just has action. The action, the sci-fi, the ships, the action. I said that twice, I think. But you just get these two having dinner. It's going to be a great movie. And that's what I loved about it. It's a great movie. Just, wow. Amazing acting. I'm so glad we're going to see this again. We have to wait a whole year and 6 months, I think. I think it's coming out December. Anyway, where were we? Post-credit scenes. Yes. Okay. So, you've watched the post-credit scene, you know. Vanessa Kirby's character Sue is talking to baby Franklin. It's been 4 years since Galactus attacked. And she's reading to Franklin. And then she's like, oh, you want a new book? He's like, yeah. So he goes to Herbie and grabs a book. He's like, no, he's read that one yesterday. I want something fun. It's like, get this book. And then she hears something. And there's many different things you can hear this. It's either the TVA kind of portal opening, or it's the doors to the Baxter building opening, because they do make the exact same sound. So which one you want to go, the TVA portal or the elevator doors? Either way, it's one or the other. Then she hears that sound, she goes, she activates her powers. As she's going, I can see her, there's a TV, the green cape is just behind it. I didn't notice that till the second time I watched it. I was like, oh, the cape's actually there, so you could have noticed it before. Goes round. Doom is holding baby Franklin, hood up, mask down. Mind blown. I was just wowed. Wow. Okay. And the people that were there with me watch it can verify this. I was shocked. I was amazed. Watch that breakdown straight away. Anyway, so there was so much going on. I was just amazed. I didn't want to spoil myself for anything in this movie, but there were screen tests a month before, and people said about the post-credit scene what it was going to be, and it was exactly what it was going to be. And I watched so many people on about this, like, it won't be the post-credit scene, it's not going to be this, it's not going to be this. And there, behold, it was that. It was exactly that. Now, when I was watching it, I was like, I didn't put two together. I didn't remember that, and thank God I didn't, because if I did, I was like, oh, I spoiled it for myself. But I didn't remember. And then when I saw it, as soon as it was end, I was like, and then he was like, we'll return for Avengers Doomsday. I was like, oh my God, I spoiled it for me. I didn't think anything of it. But I remembered. I was like, what? Going into the movie, I was like, I remember this post-credit scene, but it won't be. It won't be. If they introduce Robert Downey Jr., I was like, okay, yes, they will. But if they're not introducing the character, then how is he gonna be in the post-credit scene? Like, they got to build up to this character. If he's gonna be in the biggest movie of the year, in Avengers, Doomsday, and not Fantastic Four, Secret Wars, and you gotta have him introduced before. They did with Thanos, but they're not doing it with this. It's like, what? Obviously, it's Robert Downey Jr., so it's different. It's gonna work. But I was just a bit shocked. I was like, introduce the character before, and then just throw him in your post-credit scene. It's like with Blaze. I mean, obviously they're completely different things. Blaze is never gonna happen. I hope it does, but it ain't gonna happen because Mahershala Ali is amazing. Not gonna happen. But I was like, if introduce the character, introduce before. But it is what it is. I was still shocked and I was amazed, and I love the post-credit scene either way. I was just like, introduce the character before you do this. Obviously, you're going to get more shock value out of this, but it is what it is. I still love the post-credit scene, and I can't wait for Doctor Doom. We didn't get much. And the masks look like Mark 1, but a lot more shinier. And hopefully it's a comic book Doctor Doom. The cloak, the cape, the hood, it all looks good. The mask looked fine for what it was. I didn't get a full good look at it. It looked good. It looked like Mark 1, which is fine, I guess. Just hope they change it a bit more. Not so it's like Iron Man, but it's what it is. There was something I wanted to go over. I know I was going to forget. God damn it. That was it. I remembered. Wait, yes, I remembered it. Okay. So, obviously, a lot of people would have noticed, but those that didn't, we obviously get the Future Foundation, all the countries together, and then it goes through. It was only we only got one bit of it, but it was just like, no one there. Latveria. I was so giddy. Oh, I noticed it. I was like, and then I just turned to my girlfriend. I was like, oh, that's Latveria, that's Doctor Doom, that's Doctor Doom, that's Doctor Doom. I just had a nerd out, and then to the mum was like, Latveria, Doctor Doom, Doctor Doom. I was just mind blown. I was so happy. I was just like, Doctor Doom, we got a Doctor Doom reference. Obviously, it didn't lead up to anything until the post-credit scene. What Doctor Doom are we gonna get? God knows. Who knows? I do wonder, is it the Doctor Doom from this world? Because people are thinking, oh, I don't know. Is it Doctor Doom from this world? Is it Victor Von Doom from this world or a different world? Which is valid. Yeah, I'd go this world. What the story is, does Reed know Victor Von Doom in this world? I imagine he does. The reason people also say, is it Victor Von Doom from this world, is because if you go the TVA route of he's using that kind of portal, the door, then it's like, okay, it's possible he's a different variant. But if they're going through the elevator route, then it's like, okay, it's likely he's just from this world. Either way, I personally think he's from this world. I don't think he's a variant. I just can't wait. I can't believe we're having to wait a whole year, nearly a whole year, to a Spider-Man. And that takes a year before Doomsday. This doesn't... Honestly, this is just mind-blowing to me. I love the post-credit scene. I just wish... I don't know, man. I just wish we got another Marvel film, like, November time. We get one November time and then February time next year. Man, this... But overall, we're not going to hold our head in shame or sadness. This was a great movie. A great film. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. just overall, took me 20 minutes to actually get into the film, but once Silver Surfer came down and we saw Galactus and went to space sequence, I was like, you hooked me. You got me. And then amazing scene with Johnny, Silver Surfer, that got me. Just amazing overall. And then the third act was great. Great. This movie was solid. I recommend you go watch it. Stay for the post-credit scene. Don't bother with the second one. But that first one, stay for that post-credit scene. This movie, I'm going to give it a solid... What did I give Thunderbolts? An 8? I'm going to give this one an 8 as well. Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 8. The first act was a bit meh to me, but the second and third was amazing. Especially that second act. I'm going to give this an 8. I want to give it 8.5. I'm going to give it an 8.5. It's for that post-credit scene alone, and that second act bumps it up a 0.5. So yeah, I'm going to give this 8.5. Stay for the post-credit scene. I hope you enjoyed the review. I'm Toby. What a film. What a great July we've had. Finishing strong with Fantastic Four. We ended a bit weak with Jurassic World, but we've ended strong. We had a good Superman and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, I think, is doing the best in the box office right now. Superman's made more, but that's been out for 2 weeks longer. We've ended strong. We're going into August. We have 2 movies, Weapons and Nobody 2. Freaky Friday, I'm pretty sure, is up there. My next movie review will probably be Weapons. I'm old enough to see it as well. It looks like an 18, but I can't wait. I'm going to see that with my girlfriend and some of my friends. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's going to do it for my review. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Toby. Goodbye.